Hi everybody, and welcome to the video follow-up to my History 109 guest lecture. This is the first part of a two-part series showing us how to get Firefox going as a research browser. So let's get started. The homepage for this is ianmilligan.ca/hist-109. You should already have the link from Professor Roberts. When we load up the page, we can see the links that we're going to use to do this lesson. And the first step for this is to download Firefox. In this case, I already have Firefox loaded, but if you're, say, using this on Internet Explorer, Chrome, or Safari, you might need to download Firefox. To do that, just click this link and see if you need to download it. If it says download Firefox, I would recommend that you click on that button. Why don't you pause the video and come back in a second. If you're already using Firefox, we're going to keep on going. Now that you have Firefox installed, make sure to come back to ianmilligan.ca/hist109, and let's scroll down and add some search extensions. There are three search extensions I want to add in this video. WorldCat, which is a big library catalog, the Internet Archive, which is a great repository of primary sources, and Project Gutenberg, which is a collection of open source books. So let's start with each in turn. I'm going to right-click and say Open Link in New Tab. Right-click, Open Link in New Tab. Right-click, Open Link in New Tab. To install the plugins, I go to the WorldCat one. It's a bit different than the others in that I have to scroll down to the bottom where it says Firefox Browser Search Extension, and I click Install Firefox Search Extension. I already have it installed, but if you don't have it installed, it will ask if you want to. So I install that. You won't necessarily get a message that says you've been successful. Internet Archive, we click Add to Firefox. And Project Gutenberg, we click Add to Firefox too. Why don't you pause the video if you're installing it and then come right back. Okay, now that you have it installed, let's close these tabs and let's double check that we have it working. We'll open up a new tab and then we'll start searching for a book. I'm going to search for Booze: A Distilled History, which was written by my doctoral supervisor at York University. I'm not very creative, so I sometimes just come up with the first book that comes to mind. And we know it works because if I look down here, we've got WorldCat, Internet Archive, and Project Gutenberg. Let's click on WorldCat. We get brought to the library catalog of the consortium of research libraries. I click on Booze: A Distilled History, the book that I want to find. And if I scroll down, I have it currently set to Toronto, Ontario. I see that there's a copy at the Toronto Public Library, at the ROM, at University of Toronto St. Mike's, University of Toronto University College, and University of Toronto Robarts, and so forth. But of course I'm not there, I'm sitting at the University of Waterloo, so I type N2L3G1, which is our postal code, or I can write Waterloo, Ontario. And I find libraries, and I see that we have a copy at Laurier, Guelph, McMaster, Toronto, Humber, Western, etc. Really useful. Say you're at Mississauga, you're killing time at square one, you really want to read a book. You type in Mississauga, Ontario, and you can see where you have it closest to you. The other ones work just the same. Let's say we want to look up the fur trade. We just click on Internet Archive, and we get brought to the Internet Archive. And if we want to say look at Charles Dickens novels, I can search in Project Gutenberg. And look at all these resources, literally just 2 clicks away. I hope you found this helpful. I'm going to close this window for now, and hopefully you'll join me again as we go into Zotero.